Look, we just seem so slow on so many national security issues, and I was very critical, as you would have heard in my editorial earlier tonight, and if people have just tuned in now, I spoke about how there are, thousands of Chinese cameras, hundreds of them in government buildings and critical infrastructure, and ASIO knew, ASD knew, Home Affairs knew not to put these Chinese cameras in their own buildings, but no one communicated that with the 88 politicians who had these Chinese cameras in their own offices. James, this was a security gap that you first pointed out. It needs to be closed.
Yeah, thank you, Shari, if you're interested in this very important story, and I appreciate you promoting my work because I think it's important that all Australians understand the risks that they are personally exposed to, whether there's one of these devices in a private home or business or in a public area, let alone government. I have to say, though, I think you're a bit unfair on the ASIO Director General, Mike Burgess, and his organisation. Mike is a very dedicated public servant and very serious about his responsibilities to combat foreign interference and espionage, and I've worked very closely with him and admire his leadership on these issues. ASIO is an operational agency. They are not a policy agency, and so they can provide input to wider government policies on questions like this, but it's not their responsibility to go around telling other government departments what they can and can't do. That policy, that responsibility now rests with the Attorney General's Department. It's under a policy called the Protective Security Policy Framework, and it is their responsibility to tell other government agencies what they can and can't do, and they haven't been doing that, and I think that's a failing, and they need to step up and do that.
You found out that there's actually 36,000 cameras around the country.
That's right, Shari. So after I asked the federal government in my audit how many cameras they had, I thought I should turn my attention to the broader Australian community because I am particularly concerned whether any critical infrastructure providers have them or any state and local governments. And I use a software tool called Shodan, which can help identify any internet-connected devices. And that showed that there are at least 36,000 Hikvision devices that are internet connected and at least 10,000 Dawar cameras that are internet connected. Now that directly contradicts the advice from the Australian Signals Directorate, which says if you are going to have these devices, they should not be internet connected.